America's team. I can't believe that I'm still having to explain this. If you, as a Cowboy fan, have sat in my chair, I bet you have. You've had to explain this too to your friends who are either the most casual Cowboy observers, or they're like another team, or they don't understand any of it. Why are they called America's team? I'm not going to give a history lesson here. Mike Fisher, by the way, in Frisco, home of America's team, the Dallas Cowboys. 1978, NFL Films, wasn't the Cowboys' idea. The league thrust it upon them. Coach Landry didn't like it very much, but it stuck. And then the team had continued success. As NFL Films said in describing its decision and its creativity and the moniker, the Cowboys are on TV every week. They've become celebrities in their own right. The players have become celebrities. It wasn't really ever like that before the advent and the popularity of the Cowboys. The NFL was never quite like that. And as part of the package came numbers on the shoulders, right? Pants that were a certain color that looked good on TV. The Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, the whole thing. The whole marketing of the Cowboys, in combination with their success, which put them on TV, which created more marketing. Now here we are, and it's another Super Bowl time. And so guess what? Somebody else is America's team again, or they think they are. This time it's Willie Roaf, the great old offensive tackle, old compared to me, not old, but former. And he said, the Chiefs now. The Chiefs are America's team. And these are smart people that do this every year. They do it every season when some team beats the Cowboys. Oh, now we're America's team. They do it in the off season when some other team has some sort of success in free agency or the draft or shirt sales. Wow, we're America's. And then they definitely do it in the playoffs when the Cowboys don't go or don't have success, and that's been a quarter of a century, don't win the Super Bowl. Somebody else is going to win the Super Bowl. And now even before this particular Super Bowl, Chiefs Nation thinks they're America's team. There's two problems here. One of them is very specific to what the Chiefs or anybody else has accomplished. The Cowboys went to 8 Super Bowls, won 3 in 4 years. The Chiefs haven't won 3 Super Bowls. This group of Chiefs has won, as I speak to you, has won 1 Super Bowl. So if we're saying, well, it should be based on success, the Chiefs hasn't had success, not relative to the Cowboys, and not even close to the Patriots. So if we were talking about all-time on-field success, you could now go, well, the Patriots are America's team. Except you don't. Because you can't. Because they're not. Because it's not about who won today's game. It's not a trophy that gets passed along from week to week, off-season to off-season, or Super Bowl to Super Bowl. It's a thing. It's a nickname, and it's a moniker, and it's a brand, and it's probably trademarked and copyright. I don't know. If it's not, I guess you and I better hurry up, grab it. America's team is this. This is the front yard of the Star. It's Saturday morning. It's about 40 degrees out here. Not really Texas weather. And there's, I don't know, a couple hundred people here. Some of them are going to go eat. Some of them are going to go shop. Some of them are just standing around, basking in America's team, taking pictures of themselves, calling their friends, telling them, look where I am. Now, does any of this win games? Doesn't seem like it, does it? Wish it did. Maybe it should. But America's team isn't about having to win games. You don't get to be the steel curtain just because you play good defense. You know, they have steel mills, I'm quite sure, in Philadelphia, Cleveland, Cincinnati, New Jersey. Sure they do. But the Giants don't get to say, well, you know, we make steel here in New Jersey and we have a good defense. We're the steel curtain now. The Baltimore Ravens have purple uniforms, but they don't get to say we're the purple people eaters. That's the Vikings. The Hogs are Washington's. The Carolina Panthers don't now get to say, we're our offensive line, we're the Hogs. No. I mean, first of all, like, probably legally you might not be any of those other things, but ethically you're certainly not. Morally you're not. Logically you're not. Wisconsin is America's dairy land, right? America's dairy land. That doesn't mean that they produce the most dairy, that they win the dairy championship every year. Has nothing to do with that. They had some level of success, some level of popularity, combined those two things, and came up with something they put on their license plates. Iowa or California or Texas might produce more dairy. I wouldn't be surprised if Texas makes more cheese than Wisconsin. So does Texas now get to say, hey, sorry, take it off your license plate, we're putting it on ours. The Lone Star State, by the way, we'll get rid of that too, because we're going to be Texas, America's dairy land. And then New Mexico is going to say, you know, you can really see the star clearly. New Mexico is now the new Lone Star State. No, it's not. It can't ever be. Minnesota is the land of 10,000 lakes. It doesn't really matter if 2 of them dried up over the course of the last 70 years. Uh-oh, you're lying. You don't really have 10. It's the land of 10,000 lakes. That's what it's called. It's if you're Cowboys Nation, it's flattering that everybody wants what you have. You know, Hawaii doesn't really probably want to be called America's dairy land. They don't care. New Jersey probably doesn't pretend to be the land of enchantment. New Mexico, right? New Mexico, you can have that. But New Mexico can't pretend that it's Hawaii. Hey, New Mexico, welcome to Mexico. Our new slogan, Aloha. No. The problem with it is logical. There's a logical problem here, a logic problem. There's an ethical problem here. There's an intellectual problem that people don't understand. Because again, this happens every year. Go back. I didn't even bother Googling it because I know I talk about it every year. The Packers once said, we're America's team. The Patriots, who, by the way, the Patriots, what they've done over the course of the 2 decades, they're the ones that could claim, listen, we're the best. So they could have a new nickname, America's Best. The Patriots' new nickname could be America's Best, America's Finest, America's Winningest. Those would all be fine, but not America's team. You don't get to be that. The biggest obstacle for me that gives me a headache over it, besides the fact that literally, go Google it. At different times, I know, off the top of my head, the Broncos, the Browns, the Ravens, the Giants, the Steelers, the Patriots, the Chiefs, the Seahawks, the 49ers have all said, we're America's team. Why? Well, we beat the Cowboys. So what? So if the Cowboys beat San Francisco, that means Dallas is now the city by the bay? Even though it's flattering, let's understand. Nobody else has this.
Oh, we're way back here.
It doesn't win you games. I know some of us think this is too much, the Jones family's pride and joy. Look at this. For no reason, on a cold, non-Cowboys football weekend. Cowboys aren't playing. They're not in there practicing. The biggest issue I have with it is this. Somebody was really creative to come up with America's Team. That's creative. Look at how look at how that stuck. It took somebody, I think it was Bob Ryan of NFL Films. That took brain power to come up with it and then to assign it. And you would think, if you're really America's team, if you're really the next America's team, the heir to America's team, you would think you'd have enough brain power to come up with your own nickname. Fish, out.